Thirroul looks great at the moment, but who looks great in this start list, Jack?
Cory TAYLOR's been racing fantastically. He took out round 3 at Alex. I think he's going to be one to watch here today, Josh.
I'm going to go for the local boy, Bo Wheeler. Grew up just down the road at Bulli, and he will certainly have the most experience here in this tough shore break. We saw how much experience came out to play in the women's race. Nathan Smith, the oldest man in the field, closest to screen, and they're away. Same order as we saw in the women's board, swim, ski. And will it come down to the final leg once again, or will these blokes be able to handle the conditions just that little bit better? Interesting
there, Josh. We get to see the difference in the water. So some of the boys in the middle were up on that bank quicker. The boys out to each end struggled in the deeper water.
Tannen Linden, the quickest across the sand, along with Hayden White there. So a lot of speed early on this board, but the field looks spread 15 wide at the moment. Someone who hasn't been in the best form of his career, but has always been in the mix, Hayden White, in the last couple of weeks. He'll be looking for a big result just up the road from where he grew up in Warilla. But look how jam-packed it is going around that first camp. They're 3 wide, 6 deep at the moment.
Fairly short racing here today, Josh, and we're going to see plenty of bash and crash as these racers and these boys make their way around these camps.
7-8 minute Ironmans. How important does the start become when it's that short?
What we'll see today is maybe some guys up the front end who get off the beach well that may not usually feature in the board race or board leg. Some of these guys up the front perhaps aren't your fastest board paddlers, but they've got off the beach very well.
One man who hasn't got off the beach really well is Max Brooks, the defending state board race champion. He's at the back, but at least he's got a spot in the final. We've had some big name casualties before we've gotten to this point, but Dane Farrell's in. He's had a great summer so far. Finished runner-up in round 1 and into the professional series. So Farrell on the white and green board. Cory TAYLOR, our round 3 winner here. He'll be looking to go back-to-back. He's up the front as well, as is Jackson Maynard. But it's Tannen Linden on the purple and blue who leads us into this area. They'll all look around. They know something's coming. They'll sit up and wait. And what about this? We've got a party wave. They're all on it. Oh, one's off, two's off, three's off, and boards are going everywhere. It's disaster. They're surfing them. Nathan Smith there, and it looks like James Lacey as well. So they've all come off. I don't know who that is. That looks like Dane Farrell. He is in all sorts, but I think he'll jump back on the wave behind. But don't worry about them. We've got a race in 13 on the front wave. What about this shore break, Jack? It is creating carnage.
Oh, it's causing havoc, Josh, and it's going to be great to watch throughout the rest of the day.
Bo Wheeler, my pick, out in front. What a board leg from him. He's desperate for a good result. Dan Collins, Tannen Linden, Hayden White, Alex Wright in there, Cory TAYLOR, Matt Poole, and Matt Bevilacqua. So we've got 13 heading into the swim, and interestingly, a lot of the boys heading down to the left-hand side. They're left, our right, as Matt Bev almost takes out the cameraman there. But there must be a little rip running on the side here. That's why the entire field, except for the likes of Hayden White, and there's Dane Farrell, he looks all right, a little bit rattled after that wave, but he's okay. Might be limping a bit, but it looks like the Currumbin pair on the left-hand side. Jackson Maynard, Hayden White have decided to go straight out and into it. Everyone else on the right.
So the boys that are headed to the right, I think what they've seen down there, Josh, is that Dane Farrell. So he's had his day's done. What's he done?
That looks like his calf there. So maybe coming down that wave, a couple of guys have cleaned him up. It's close racing, and those boards are really hard. So you've got to feel for Dane Farrell there. He's in great form, but I'm sure he'll be back in round 5.
Well, Dane's day's done. And have a look out to the right there. I thought that was a seal, but that's our cameraman, Bart Louie, getting in there, getting the close-ups. Have a look at that underwater footage there. Fantastic work, Bart.
Dan Collins, the underwater shot from Bart Louie shows why he is such a good swimmer. The world junior surf race champion. Alex Wright there as well. So Bart's in the mix at the moment and doing a great job. There's Jack Moyes trying to fight his way back into it. Can it be a Noosa double in the Ironman? But what about Tannen Linden? He's had a quiet start to the summer, a quiet start to the summer of surf, but at the moment he is out in front and leading strongly. Could this be a renaissance for him?
Well, Tannen Linden is one guy to watch. He's won every junior age group Ironman title at an Australian title level, and he's not going to hold up here. He wants to go on. He wants to take the big one. He wants to work his way into the open level.
He's good at the short distance racing, and he certainly knows how to win. But have a look at Matt Poole trying to get on his hammer there. A great swim from Matty Poole. One man who's not having the best swim. It looks like Max Brooks. He was belted on that opening board leg, and I don't know if he's just doing his warm down at this point, Jack.
Yeah, it looks like it, Josh. It looks like Max Brooks' day's done. He's doing his cool down. The boys make their way around this can now. They're going to head for home. Matty Poole's chasing Tannen Lindenhart, and I think that's the local boy or ex-local boy in Bo Wheeler chasing in third.
Now at the Northcliffe Club, that distinctive white cap with the maroon star, we see so much of it, and Matt Poole looms up on the outside of Tannen Linden. So he's had a mixed start to the summer, Matty Poole. He's had a win in round 2 at Redhead in the dying stages, a couple of 14th and 15th places, so he'll be looking for a consistent one here as the waves start to loom. They're really starting to lift here, but I don't know if either of these guys are going to get down it. No. So all that hard work may come undone. Poole rolls over, looks for a wave, and they both stand up. They think they're on this one here. He pushes across. Matty Poole swimming across the wrong way. You're going the wrong way, Matt. You're going the wrong way. No, he's found it. He's turned. He knows where he's going. I shouldn't tease him like that. He's got himself a wave, and we've got a race in 3. Matt Poole, Dan Collins, Bo Wheeler, 1, 2, 3, and Tannen Linden's been left behind. Have a look at that body serving there from Poole. He goes that little inch further, stands up in front. Great swim from him.
Yeah, huge swim from Matty Poole there. Unfortunately, Tannen Linden, that little wave filled up where he was, and he's back. So we've got Bo Wheeler out in front now. Matt Poole in 2, Dan Collins, a huge swim from him, and he is a noted swimmer. Pulled himself back up into this race.
As much as we laughed about Poole going to the right-hand side, or his right, our left, it made all the difference there. Look how far back Tannen Linden is. There's Hayden Allen. That's the first we've seen of him. Cory TAYLOR, Jackson Maynard, Alex Wright, one of our early leaders, and then a big gap back. So Ian Poole, super handler, hands off to Matty Poole there for the final ski leg. We saw how much the ski made a huge difference in the women's race. Will it do the same here?
Well, these boys should be able to manage their skis through this shorey a little bit better, a little bit cleaner than the girls do. Their skills are that bit better. They're a lot stronger, and they're going to make their way through as quick as they can.
As the waves start to come, they all just sit up. There must be one coming. Not Matt Poole. He's over and under. So aggressive tactics from Matt Poole. But it was the right move. You've got to be aggressive when the surf's like this. He's still in the lead, but it looks like Hayden Allen through the centre. So he's made the most of the opportunity up and over. Poole's over as well. That's Cory TAYLOR with the red, white and black. And Tannen Linden still in the mix. So this race has been thrown on its head in one ski leg.
It sure has, Josh, and this race isn't over. These boys have still got to get themselves around that can and manage that break on the way in to get up for that final transition.
Hayden Allen from the Wander Club, Cory TAYLOR from Northcliffe on his right, Matt Poole from Kurrawa on his right. So we've got 3 in front. Tannen Linden, Alex Wright chasing hard. Hayden White still trying to make his way through that break. So he was in the lead early. But how tough is this Ironman racing? It's the best of the best, racing in the toughest conditions for the biggest prize in the sport, the Summer of Surf title. They'll head round the final apex can there. So Hayden Allen out in front, Cory TAYLOR 2, Matt Poole 3, Tannen Linden in 4th place, just working his way up onto the wash of Hayden Allen. But if we saw anything from the women's race, it's that this means nothing. It's your ability to get home on this huge shore break that will determine where you finish in the final standings.
It all comes down to those skills at the very end, Josh. These boys are starting to pick up a little bump here. Will they get down it and carry this through to the beach?
Matt Poole pushes down one. He takes a little look around, just has a rest, regains composure, but someone's on one. Hayden Allen is on one. He's got a small wave, and this is what you want. If you're going to win an Ironman, this is pressure situation, puts the power down. Out in front, tries to keep the ski straight and does it. Kids at home, that is how you win an Ironman race. Hayden Allen, huge performance there. He has done everything right on this ski leg, and he will be rewarded with a round 4 win at Thirroul. The rest of the field makes their way through the break. He gets high fives from the crowd, but Hayden Allen, take your hat off to him. This will be the biggest win of his career. He'll come up to cross the line and claim a very famous victory. He came from nowhere, but he certainly deserves it in conditions like this. Hayden Allen, you are a champion. It looks like Cory TAYLOR will sprint home for 2nd place, Matt Poole in 3rd, and teammate Matt Bevilacqua's had a great ski leg to finish in the top 4. Tannen Linden, James Lacey, Jackson Maynard in 5, 6 and 7. What a performance from these Ironmen. They certainly deserve the name after a race like that. Hayden Allen gets maximum points in round 4 of the Summer of Surf. Cory TAYLOR, Matt Poole, Matt Bevilacqua, followed by Linden, Lacey, Maynard and Wright. And have a look at who finished in 15th place. Our leader into the final leg, Bo Wheeler.
Huey, the waves are there for me, so I took advantage of it.
You must be feeling good today.
Oh, it's fun. Like the standard of Ironman racing has gone up so much, and just fun for me to hang out and be amongst it.
And close to home, enjoying this sort of event?
Oh, it's heaps better than travelling. It's also fun. Our club Wanderer's got so many kids here, having a go, having fun, so that's what we want to see.
Well, everybody's having fun, including Max Brooks on top of the point score by a single point ahead of James Lacey. Matt Bevilacqua, his fourth place finish, pushes him up into the top 3. We head further down the page. Poole, Cuff, White, Furness, Leonard, Heinard, Kendrick Louis and Alex Wright round out our top 16. But everything's going to change after this round with more action coming up after the break. We've got the board and swim finals. Don't go anywhere. This is the Summer of Surf.